YouTube, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Listen, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 just dropped about a week ago, and bro, in this video we're talking about the COD multiplayer mastery camo. Try to give you guys some tips and tricks, what guns to use in hardcore, what guns to use in core, what you should use for your permanent unlocks, stuff like that, to try to get you an easier path to unlocking this mastery camo if you're gonna grind it, and overall try to make it just a little bit easier for you. So guys, if you're brand new, hit that subscribe button. If you're old heads, like the video, comment, and guys, hey, enough yapping, let's get into this. So as you guys see, we do have the mastery camo unlocked completely. We got some new lenses actually right in the middle of the grind, so we had to take a day off. But overall, this is a beautiful camo. Probably looks the best, or if not the second best, out of all the mastery grinds. Obviously, the Warzone one is in the game, but it's been leaked. I think this camo, I've always been a fan of that kind of Aurora Borealis effect, and this is just a beautiful camo. So let's tell you how to get it unlocked fast. And so real quick, just before we get into that, pro tip on some of the specialties. Guys, if you use your perk greed and you do one of these numbers and you have that third spot in your perk greed spot, you actually won't get the strategist specialty. So that's going to be the fastest specialty. I made a YouTube short on this to get the most XP. But just so you know, your perk greed, even though you do have 3 green perks, it has to be your perk 1, perk 2, perk 3 as your core to get your specialty, either enforcer, recon, or strategist. I normally go with strategist. It gives you tons and tons of XP basically for free, and it makes you kind of unlock some of those weapons earlier on a lot quicker. So that is a kind of little pro tip there. All right, now let's get into the guns. If you're an avid hardcore hater like me, this is kind of what you're going to want to do. I did most of the ARs in core. The ARs in this game are really good. You can go in hardcore if you like for the easier headshots. I would definitely recommend at least the Peacekeeper to do in hardcore. It has a lot of recoil, and that way you can just kind of line it up, pop them once in the head. It does one-shot headshot in hardcore. So that way you can kind of get all your ARs done. I did all these in core. They're very good. I'd probably say the MX is maybe my favorite. I just like the way the gun is. The AK feels good. The M4 is really good, or the Mod 15. So getting to the SMGs. The SMGs definitely are hardcore. The SMGs are very weak in this game, I would say, besides the Dravik. The Dravik you can use in core if you want, if you hate hardcore. But as for like the Carbon, MSC, the Razor, the RK9, and the Raiden, I would all recommend doing these 5 out of 6 in the hardcore mode. You can kind of play whatever mode you want, doesn't really matter. I did kind of some hard points, some kill confirm, some domination. Kill confirm, hard point, giving you the most XP with that strategist bonus that we were talking about. Shotguns, obviously, you go to hardcore for these. You have to get point blanks for them. So you want to go to core. I would recommend spamming hard point only. So the Breacher, the Echo, and the Kita is honestly OP. Really fun gun to use. Just, you know, go to the hard points, run on the points, slide at them, bop, bop, bop. Get real close, get those point blanks going. There's a couple like doors you can play, especially on Homestead. If you sit kind of on one side of the door, if they're spawning on the left side of the map, they come in the door, boom, you can point blank them. Same with the right side. You sit in the little porch area, they come in the porch, boom, you can point blank them there on Homestead. That's kind of where I got good amount of point blanks there. The LMGs, this first one, definitely you can use in core if you're a hardcore hater, like I said, like myself. And this one is a hardcore gun, though, unfortunately. It's kind of got a lot of recoil. It is pretty weak. It does one shot to the head. Kind of similar-ish to the Peacekeeper, I would say. Definitely easy to get this gun, all the headshots that you need in hardcore. And then as far as the marksman rifles, I end up doing the M8 in core. I think I would definitely recommend it in hardcore, especially if you don't have any attachments on it. It's not that great. If you do got some attachments on it and you got the vertical recoil stuff, you could get away with doing it in core. The Warden I would do in core as well, because it does one-shot headshot and you're aiming for the head anyway, so you might as well have extra health when you're shooting somebody. The Nova line is 100% a hardcore gun. The 2-round burst, the first burst doesn't one-shot headshot. in core, so hardcore is a little bit easier. I found it in Overline. And keep in mind, these are all kind of my thoughts on what I did and what I experienced for getting the camo unlocked. If there's better ways out there that you think, or you got any other suggestions that you want to throw at me, put them in the comments, man. Try to help somebody else out and maybe level up quick. Recon, great snipers, great snipers. This is probably the Shadow 5K is probably my favorite out of the three. I do love the Recon, the bolt action. This kind of, somebody said it best. I forget who I was talking to. Sorry, I'm not giving you credit. But the Shadow 5K reminds me of like a Black Ops 2 50 cal. You're just bop, bop, bop. Fast ADS, good movement, one shot and everything. Very fun gun to use. These are one shot, one kills, so they're not headshots. So these two you can get away with in core. I'm sorry, these two definitely are core guns. This is a 3-round burst sniper. It charges up. So this has to be a one shot, one kill. So you have to do this in hardcore, even though the 3-round burst does one shot consistently. It's not one shot, one kill technically because it's a 3-round burst. So the first bullet in hardcore does kill him, and you do get that medal, the one shot, one kill, and that's going to be able to grind your camos. Pistols, I would say hardcore for the Jaeger. They are very snappy, very quick ADS and sprint to fire. The pistols are very good. Definitely would recommend, just because they don't one shot, headshot in core. They are a little bit weak. So you throw them in hardcore, you get that advantage over, like I said, that aim down sight speed, that sprint to fire speed. You can get that advantage over people using ARs and LMGs, stuff like that, and subs. And definitely I would recommend doing all the pistols in core. RPGs are definitely tough, especially when you get to the direct impacts and then the double kills. So the double kills, I would literally, my suggestion, how I did it, I'm sure there's other ones out there that are better. Like I said, if you got some other suggestions, leave them in the comments. But for the arrow, if you go on the map Cortex, I'll try to put a picture on the screen now. Go on the map Cortex, go to hardcore hardpoint, and bro, you shoot at the top window. Everybody goes to that top window. I've gotten so many double kills. I think like 5-6 double kills up to it in one single game with the arrow. Very fun to use, very good. For the arc, I know a lot of people are going into the skirmish mode, trying to basically get on top of the roof, because even though you have the plates, it still does one shot in skirmish. So you do the 20v20, you get in there and then start trying to get the double kills. Kind of see a lot of people camp on top of the roof. So if you play on the very top of the map, on the helipad map, I think there's 2 different maps. I don't like the prison one. I played it like 3 times, didn't get nothing for double kills. I do the heli map basically only in skirmish. If you guys don't know what skirmish is, it's a 20v20 kind of Warzone map on, I think it's Avalon. Could be wrong on that, but yeah, that is kind of the best way to get those double kills. And who knows, maybe somebody's giving out free double kills in the chat, you know, typing, you know, hey, come here and we'll give you double kills. So who knows on that. But also for the melees are fun. Obviously do these in core. You're not going to do these in hardcore. They one shot, one kill anyway. You might as well have that extra life when you're running at them. I would say for the, I think it's the flatline here, the challenge was to get the tacticals. Affected by your tacticals. This one is annoying. This is on a couple different guns. Couple different tacticals you can use. I kind of did a mixture of these 3. I did the EMP grenade. So this is one of the tougher challenges with the getting kills while affected by your tactical. It's kind of annoying. Everyone doesn't really like it. So you increase the disruption radius, so your EMP bursts wider. So you're able to kind of consistently hit your EMPs so that they are affected by it. And then they have the pinpoint grenade strat. So AI chip increases the lifetime and detection radius. So when you throw it, it's basically a big boop, boop kind of motion sensor thing. If anybody goes in there, you can block off doors, you can block off routes with it. If anybody runs up, it pings some sticks onto them. So increased lifetime and increased detection radius is the one that you would want to run on this if that's what you're using. And then the sight grenade. The sight grenade is the only other one that I would recommend you using to try to get these challenges unlocked. And I would definitely do the distilled compound. So this increases the duration that the enemies are affected by it. So if you hit somebody with it and maybe they go around the corner and you're like, oh fuck it, and you're trying to chase them, they're going to be affected longer by your tactical, which is good for you because you want them affected by it to get the kill and for it to count. And this kind of overclock is going to help you out a lot with that. So those are kind of my recommendations. I would definitely recommend, like I said, the strategist. I do my perk read as bankroll. Keep in mind, honestly, if you're not playing with a group and you're playing solo, you could go Ghost, and you could even go Ninja once you get that unlocked. I would definitely recommend the first 2-3 prestiges. I would recommend you doing Perk Greed and Ninja, because honestly, Ninja, when you're just running around the map sneaking up on people, this is giving you probably 4 to 5 or maybe 6 to 7 headshots extra every single game. Bankroll is really great if you combine Bankroll, like I said, with that strategist, and you go to your score streaks. Especially if you're playing a lot of hardcore, you want to run, you know, Scout Pulse, UAV, counter UAV, kind of spamming those. The counter UAV spam meta in multiplayer is a little corny, but it is kind of the best thing you can do to get experience and to help you out with the grind. And obviously the overclocks, every single one of them is Dispatcher. Your score streaks to earn them cost lower. That's definitely kind of what I did, because it basically ensures that every single life that you live, you get 2-3 kills. You're going to get all your score streaks every single life. Looper is another great one. I know a lot of people have been running this. I've seen nothing like Swag. One of my other buddies were running it, saying it's better. But basically, Looper just lets you get the score streaks multiple times in the same life. But I think Bankroll, getting 1 kill, already getting that Scout Pulse, using your Scout Pulse to get the UAV, using your UAV to get the counter. Very easy to do in every single life. If you're not really trying to like keep streaking, if you're not really going for a nuke or anything like that, it's just easier to spawn and get all, like I said, all your score streaks every single time that you spawn in. With Bankroll, it is a lot easier. Kind of guarantees you that. But yeah, those are kind of my recommendations. If you guys got any other questions, if you're stuck on a gun, stuck on a camo, let me know. I could try to help you out in the comments. Like I said, guys, if you're brand new, hit that subscribe button. Hit that follow button, man. We've been streaming an absolute truck ton every single day since Call of Duty Black Ops 7 came out. You can go look on Twitch, like 15-hour, 19-hour, 15-hour, 16-hour, 14-hour. Tons of those VODs, 12 hours plus. And with it being Double XP weekend coming up, we're going to be streaming a lot as well. So catch me all weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching, hanging out, and hey, enjoy the video. Have a good one.